Welcome to Black Sheep. Hi, I'm Nancy from Black Sheep Knitting. We are a yarn shop in Needham, Massachusetts, and we sell yarn, but we also teach classes. We have many, and we have workshops from time to time, and we have an exciting one about color coming up this summer, which we'll announce in the future. If you are watching this on YouTube and you are not getting our emails, there is a link in the notes below on the video, and you can press that link and then sign up to get our emails. Should you have trouble with that, you can always call the shop and we'll get you the emails. The emails are full of information frequently, and
sometimes sales.
Sometimes we advertise sales. So you'll be wanting to get our emails. Today, I have a variety of things to talk about. The first thing I was going to talk about is vacation knitting. So my vacation knitting, and I brought it right here. I can't see. I have two kinds of vacation knitting, and you might want to think about that. I have a long plane ride, for one. So I like to take a more complicated project that has maybe some cables, or it has lace or something in it, so that I can get immersed in that. I put on my ear pods and listen to a book on tape, and if you don't, you can order them from Audible, which is part of Amazon, and if you don't prefer them, which some people don't, you can use Libby from your local library, and you can get you can get podcasts, you can get books. I prefer books, and I like to get a long one, so it keeps me busy. So I do that when I fly. So the pattern I chose for my more complicated, I may have already shown this, but I'll show you again, is a pattern by Natasha Hornby, a favorite designer of mine, and I think I did show this, but this one is called Neela, and I'm using a yarn that I really love, which is the Sonata by Noro, and I'll tell you what's in it. It's cotton, viscose, silk, and polyamide. So I've started it already, and this is the back. So you start here, and I'm about to do shaping for the sleeves, and then I put these on hold and start on the front, I believe. So this is what I've chosen, and it's enough pattern to keep me concentrating and not thinking about the fact that I'm flying, although I don't mind flying. And so that's that project for that part of the trip. Then part of my trip, I think I'll be on either trains or buses. I'm going on a tour in Europe, and what I like is a boring project. And what did I do with my boring project? No, here, it's right here. So here's my boring project, and this is called Simple Stripes by Suvi, and she's called Suvi Knits, all one word, I think, SUVI Knits. And this is a striped fingering weight sweater. And I had these in my stash. So these are my colors that I'm going to do. I've already wound two of them. So these are my colors, my stripes. So I don't have this particular yarn in the shop, so I went hunting in the shop and found a huge number of colors in a yarn that I absolutely adore called Alegria from Manos del Uruguay, and it's a fingering weight. It's soft as all get out, and it really is a sock yarn. It has polyamide in it. And so I was playing around with colors. So what do you think of those for stripes? I really like these colors a lot, and I think they go really well. So these are, this is called Very Vivid. This is a taffeta, didn't see the T, taffeta. This is magenta and spirulina. And finally, this is turmeric. So these kind of wild colors really appeal to me. May not for you, but I love them. And then the others I picked out were these, which I think are very pretty. Now you could take any of those and substitute, obviously. You know, you could put other colors in. These are, yeah, you could throw this. I love these two colors together. Oh, what if I'm not going to bore you with what they are. You can look on our website. But you can play around with these colors in Alegria. We have a lot of them, and they're beautiful. And this is the scrunchiest, softest yarn. You'll absolutely love it. So I recommend those. Here's another one you could throw in with, I don't know, something. But play around. You can look on the website, and that's what I plan on doing while I'm riding around on a train or a bus. And I wanted something I can knit if I'm just doing, this is just stockinette stitch, thin the round, top down, and I can just do that while I'm sitting looking out the window. So I wanted a project like that. I won't knit on the more complicated one. Of course, this is going to take up room in my suitcase. It'll be in my overnight bag, I guess.
Yeah, because you can't risk having them lose it.
No, right, yeah, I don't want to put it in my luggage, and I think I have to switch planes. So when you're doing something like that, you got to be...
Your underwear, your toothbrush, and your yarn.
Right, underwear, toothbrush, and my yarn. Absolutely, and maybe a change of clothes. But I have a nice... Actually, the tour company I'm going with sent me a beautiful online bag, or carry-on nylon bag, stiff bag.
It's okay.
But I did find, before I got this, and this is just a little tip, there's a company called Foldy, or you've probably seen it online, and I bought it a while ago, and I think you got buy one, you get one free. So I'm giving one of them away. So now I've got two of them, which I don't need. But the company the tour company sent one, so I'll be using that, and my yarn will go in there. We had a delivery of some new yarn that Robin said, I'm buying that right away, which before she had felt it. This is Akari. No, Akari Solo. So there's the Akari that we have that's multicolored stripes, and then they have solids, which I brilliantly ordered. They're semi-solids. They're tweedy. And so this is a, silk, cotton, viscose, 12% wool. So those of you who are slightly itchy or don't like wool, there's very little in here, and polyamide. It's mostly silk, cotton, and viscose. Oh, and a tiny bit of mohair. Boy, they put everything in their yarns. So it's Noro, and the gauge is 18 to 20 over 4 inches on a 6 through 8 needle, 6, 7, or 8. And you might look at the price of these and faint because it's expensive, but it's because there's 480 meters in it, which is probably about 500 yards. It's 200 grams. So it's quite a bit. This color is color number 31. I have no idea, it doesn't have a name. And then this is the other one.
That's mine.
Which Robin already picked, but she picked it for That's okay, we have more. And this one is color number 23. So we have 31 and 23. And Robin is choosing to do Basic V by Mini Me Knits, isn't it?
Two V's, and I haven't decided, but
Oh, there's
I'll
two,
show
and
them
then
both.
Sunday Brunch is another one by Hiromi Nagasawa. A lot of the, and I'm assuming that this is a Japanese designer, a lot of the Japanese designers have very fashion-forward designs. I mean, they're really, really beautiful. So it's worth taking a look. The other yarn that came in the box is Kakigori, which we also we have some of that in the shop, and it's a DK, and it's 19 to 21. So I would still, as I look at this, they're saying that it's a DK. Like, you could almost go fingering. I don't know why they say it's so thick, but there's a beautiful sweater that we looked at for sort of a summer sweater, and I have one at home. And it's in a DK yarn, but it's a sweater called Skylark by Martin Story, and it has a little cable. You'll see it in the picture. It's a lovely one, and he's a great designer. This yarn has cotton, silk, viscose, polyamide. So this is a perfect yarn for somebody who doesn't want wool, or who is allergic to yarn. I mean, to wool. Allergic to yarn. And this is very pretty because it's got pinks, and it's got all kinds of colors you can see. So that'd be a really fun summer knit. Speaking of summer knits, Robin is making, this is a great pattern called Ship Shape, and I had seen it, Tracy Miller on Grocery Girls podcast made one in red and white, or red and beige, in the Senis garn Lena, and I saw it and showed it to Robin, and you'll see it. It's Ship Shape is what it's called. And so Robin chose to do, and it's a saddle shoulder, so you do the construction. Interestingly, you do these pieces that are almost like wedges. They look like a wedge. I was going to say a triangle, but it's more like a wedge. These pieces right here are done separately, and then you pick up stitches around
and
cable cast on here for the neck. And this is how far she's gotten. And I love the black and white. I think that's just,
well, you picked it.
I picked it out. Okay. It's funny, in the skein this looks like a slate gray, but with the white next to the white it looks black, don't you think? Which is kind of cool. But we have lots of Lena in the shop. It's super soft once you knit it up, and it washes and wears really well. I throw mine in the washer. I usually lay it flat to dry. I don't put it in the dryer, although I may have, but I think I just laid mine flat on a flat surface, or on my pop-up drying rack from Coco Knits. If you don't have one, you should get them. We have them they're wonderful. We have them on the website. They're wonderful for drying your garments after you've washed them, and if they don't need serious blocking, you can just stretch them out onto the drying rack, and it just dries nicely. So I think that's a really good choice for a summer knit. I don't have a heck of a lot else to say today. We're approaching the 4th of July holiday, and we will of course be closed on the 4th of July, And we decided for the very first time since I've been here to take a vacation. So we're going to close the shop from Friday, July 4th until Friday, July 11th. Classes, I believe, will still be running. Your teacher will let you know if you're in a class. And we'll reopen Saturday, July 12th. So you want to, you can, during that time, you can order online, and we'll get your order to you. If you order online and want to pick up in the store, I don't think anybody will be here to do that. So you'll just have to wait until Saturday the 12th. But you're well, or have it delivered. Well, I don't know if we'll be doing delivery, and maybe somebody will come in and do any of our online orders. I think I'll try to arrange that. That Beth will maybe come in that Thursday and do those if we have any. I think that's all I have for today. So remember what our closure is for our vacation. We'd like to have staff get a little time off, and people are going hither and yon. Agnes is going back home, and other people are on the Cape, on the vineyard, I don't know, all over the place, which is lovely, lovely. I hope you get some nice time to yourself or with family and friends on vacation. If not, make yourself a little staycation in your house. You know, even in the evening, make yourself a special drink or a special iced tea and sit down with your knitting and a favorite TV show and pretend you're on vacation. I would say, and I was giving this advice to somebody the other day, if you don't knit a little bit every day, you kind of lose some skills sometimes, or you don't gain skills. This was somebody who we were wanting to become a better knitter. And I think it really makes sense to do a little bit every day. Everybody's got 10 minutes. Don't tell me you don't have 10 minutes. I know everyone can find 10 minutes. And if you're somebody who's retired, you know, you might want to spend a lot of your time reading. But if you're watching TV or you like to listen to music, pick up your knitting. Or get a simple project that you can work on while you're watching TV, if that's your thing. If you want to watch movies, you want to sit in your garden, it's always lovely, or sit on your porch. It's lovely to take your knitting and just enjoy the summer. Of course, it was 100 degrees here last week, so you wouldn't be sitting on your porch. Luckily today, oh, Robin said she was sitting by the pool. I wish. But today it's cooler than the 60s or 70s, and we can even have the door closed. So I hope you have a great week, and we will be back next week on the 3rd. So we'll see you then, and happy knitting. Bye.